Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's only me again, and we're out doing some more metal detecting. So today is actually a really exciting day. I'm on another brand new permission. I spoke to the farmer this morning and he's assured me that no one has ever detected on this particular farm, at least since he's been managing the farm, and he doesn't think that his father before him would have let anyone on here as well. So we are on virgin land, and it looks quite promising because there's a really cool mix of sort of arable pasture, nice hills and slopes with some nice flat spots as well. But what's really interesting about this permission is the actual farm itself is labelled on old maps as an old Barton. And essentially what a Barton is, it's like a posh farm back in the medieval times where there was essentially like a manor house. And this particular farm, or Barton, actually had a small chapel associated with it, which was registered in about the 1300s, late 1300s, something like that. So there's obviously a bit of medieval history around here, and it's our job today to try and find some. So that leaves me to say thanks for watching. If you do enjoy the videos and you want to support what I do, please hit subscribe below. And of course, if you like the permission and you like what I do, give us the thumbs up as well. That's the talking out the way, guys. I'll see you all on the very first hole. Okay guys, so my plan of action today is to tackle the pasture field that's relatively closest to the farmyard, or the existing farmyard, but it was once a Barton. So I'm going to have a little go in this field. Now the farmer said that he did plough this a couple of years ago, and I can tell that because just below the sort of surface of the soil it is quite sort of loose, but it's still compact because obviously it's been laid in pasture now for a couple of years. So I'm using one of the general programs today. So it's number 1 on the DS2, it's general, and I've just made a couple of little tweaks here and there just to try and get a little bit more depth. I think I'm running reactivity 2, which I think is set to 2.5 on general. Bumped the sensitivity up to 97, and obviously I've just adjusted some of the tone breaks to accommodate sort of the sounds that I like with regards to the different metals. But I've just gone straight down onto an 86. So it's saying that it's in here somewhere. There we go. And 86 is usually copper alloy. There we are, straight away. We've gone straight down the very first target onto a coin. Now, definitely looks like a coin. It's not a button. You can see some type of bust on there, but speaking of busts, it's pretty busted. Yeah, this coin is totally busted. Don't think I'm going to get too much detail from it, unfortunately. But genuinely my first sort of diggable target in this pasture field next to the farmyard, and it's gone straight away down onto a coin. Could be a couple of 100 years old, this coin for sure. So we've just got to push on, and hopefully we keep getting some more lovely signals around the 85, 86 mark. And one of them might be pretty good. Really nice little 71, 72 target there. It's quite isolated, so it's going to be quite small. Got to be worth a dig, that one. Could be a piece of lead, but we're not going to know until we dig it. Okay, what do we have? Which is the target, which was 87. Well, it's copper alloy, and it actually looks like the top of a spoon. It's the kind of flangey bit which goes on the top of the spoon handle. So, oh well, nothing great, but it's a start, and there's obviously people here, so let's keep pushing on. Okay, so that's the target, and what is it? I think it's possibly part of a very busted horse brass, and the reason why I say that is because such a lovely signal. It's coming in at around 83 on the VDI, but you can see one of those very stereotypical fixings which you always see on the back of horse brasses, so it's very likely that this is a piece. But wow, you know, this thing is literally broken into pieces, so the plough has really made a meal of that, which, considering this is almost, you know, solid bronze, it's pretty impressive really, isn't it? Makes you wonder if anything a little bit more delicate is going to stand a chance at all in this field with this killer plough. But oh well guys, just a bit of a horse brass. Let's push on and see what else comes out. Okay guys, absolutely textbook little 85 signal there. Sounds absolutely wonderful. Solid 85 on the VDI. Very good chance that this will be a little silver coin. Here we go guys, so it says it's in here, and can we see, so it's definitely not a silver coin, but it is a relatively large piece of copper alloy. So that would probably explain why it was coming in at around the 85 mark, because it would be quite high conductive, wouldn't it? I don't really know what this is. Don't know if it's got any age to it, but yeah. Oh, that's a bit of a shame guys. I was quite excited then. It's not very often you get a really nice solid 85 like that. So yeah, it's not a silver coin or anything, but still a nice little copper alloy thing. So I'll give it a clean up, see if there's any detail on it, but I don't think it's terribly old. I think we should definitely move on. Okay guys, so I've been in that pasture field for a couple of hours this morning. It's been pretty good, but the farmer came over to me and he basically gave me a bit of a tip. He said, I've got a ploughed field just a couple of fields away from that first pasture field I was in. He said, I've had cows in it for quite a while, but they're coming out this afternoon. So if you want to go in there, then help yourself. And that is pretty much what I'm doing. I've packed up all my stuff. I've got my bindle and I've hiked it across the fields. And yeah, this is it's pretty much prime detecting ground. Permissions don't come much better than this because I know this has probably never ever been detected. And look at it, it's been ploughed, the cows have churned it up. Hopefully things are going to be near the surface. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to spend this afternoon in this ploughed field, and hopefully guys, we get some good things. But of course, as and when we do, you will see them first. But let's get cracking. Oh wow guys, so been in this sort of ploughed field for what, 5 minutes. Just put my bag down towards the middle of the field, slowly walked up to the top, and the very first diggable signal I've had is quite interesting. Now, I don't know what it is, but it looks a little bit like a bird. So maybe like an eagle or something like that. But it is broken, so I could possibly be wrong. It's very interesting though. It has got some really, really interesting kind of little decorations, little patterns on it. But yeah, to me, that really does look like some type of bird. But I can't think as to what that would have been used for or what it would have come off. I just have no idea. It looks super cool, and it was an absolutely stunning signal, but yeah, I'm not really too sure on that one guys, so you'll have to help me out as you always do if you guys know what it is, or if you think it looks like a bird or whatever it is. But I'm pretty chuffed with that. I just love finding interesting little things. You know, coins are great. Coins just give you an exact date of when they were made. You can tell by the wear and stuff, you know, how long they were in circulation. And I get why people love finding coins. I do too, but I really do love finding sort of little artifacts like this as well, because I think half the fun of metal detecting is sat at home going through books and looking online trying to figure out what you've got. And I think with coins that's becoming a bit of a rarity these days, because a lot of people know all the different coins that are out there. But yeah guys, I am super chuffed with that. I'm going to give it a really nice clean up, and if I can see any more detail on it I will put it on the video. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a nice little copper alloy bird type thing. And yeah, let's see what else is in here. Just had a really cool surface find here guys. It's not the sort of thing you would expect to be just sat on the surface either, but this is a big old chunky copper alloy coin. Now I think this is a big old George III cartwheel penny. I don't think it's a Roman, unfortunately. They always do look a little bit, I don't know, look a bit Roman-y because they're so big and chunky, but I think this one is a cartwheel penny. But we'll be able to tell once we give it a clean up, so let's give it a squirt of water. Yeah, so I already think that this is most definitely a cartwheel penny. And the way you can tell is you can see that it's got this outer ring all the way around the edge, and that's very, very stereotypical of a cartwheel penny, because that essentially is the cartwheel. You wouldn't see that on a Roman coin for sure.
and if you look very closely there, you can almost see George's head, can't you, just poking through. But yeah, that was literally just lying on the top, guys. That's a 1797 cartwheel penny. They're all dated to the same year, and they obviously got lost a lot because they are so big, thick pieces of bronze, aren't they? But oh well, there you go, guys. Happy with that. Surface finds. Maybe we can find something under the ground this time with our metal detector. Let's keep going. Really nice little signal, this one, but it's sort of jumping around between 81, 98. Could potentially be a piece of tin can or something, but let's give it a go. We're all the way at the top of the field, so yeah, we're quite far away from where we found that big cartwheel penny, and it's still in there. So although this field has been ploughed, because the cows have been in it for so long, they have compacted it down till it is almost like rock. Honestly, it's yeah, it's actually really difficult to dig in, but you know, hopefully finds aren't going to be very deep. That's definitely what we want. So here we go. It's just an aluminium screw top lid. Of course it is. That's where you put them, in fields. Okay, so just had a really nice target. It's just come out of the ground. This was probably only, what, a couple of inches below the soil. And yeah, really nice, sort of 86, 87 signal. And I took it out the ground, gave it a bit of a clean, and I'm not really too sure what it is. Is it a coin? Is it a button? It's very thin. I can't see anywhere where there would have been a shank on it at all. And it's definitely made of copper alloy. It's a very thin copper alloy. And if you look very closely here, you can see traces of silvering as well. So maybe this was like a fake coin or something like that. Not overly sure, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, just wanted to show you that one. Just literally below the surface in this field. So there we are. Hopefully we'll get some good finds. Let's push on. Not too far on now from that last thin little coin, and got another one. This is coming up around sort of 71, 72, so it could be anything, but it doesn't sound very deep, which it isn't because it's come out already. So let's try and find out what this is. Here we go, it's in this piece. There we go, I can see something now which looks relatively modern. Yeah, that's just a little copper alloy strap. Yeah, actually it's like a cable fastener, isn't it? I think that's what they used to use to attach cables to things, and then they would sort of clip it together around the cable like that. Oh well, let's move on, guys, see what else comes out. So obviously this was going to happen at some point, wasn't it? It's cows in the field, and right underneath this cow pat is a really nice signal. Oh, so let's see if we can just shifty it over there. Okay, so typically, okay, it looks like we're in business. So we've moved the cow pat, and the target is now in this piece of mud. So let's have a look, guys, and see if it was worth disturbing this lovely cowpat. Here we go. So it appears it's a little weight. It's one of those little copper alloy weights. Looks like it's from a weight set, but I can't see any markings on it. I can't tell you how old it is, but it's a little copper alloy weight, and it was literally right underneath that cowpat. So yeah, potentially that was worth digging up. I'm going to have to clean this one up when I get back home. Sometimes they've got markings on them. Sometimes they tell you how much it weighed, and other times it tells you a date as well. But yeah, it's just a little copper alloy weight, guys. Pretty chuffed with that. Okay guys, so that's it for today. It's about 5 o'clock now. Sun's going down, it's starting to get a little bit dark. How did we get on in our new permission? Well, not too bad. We had some pretty good stuff. We didn't obviously have any, you know, really significant goodies, any gold or silver or anything like that, but that's metal detecting. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But it's a new permission. I've just been hopping from field to field to field, seeing what's around. So yeah, I definitely think it's got potential here. So I'm gonna come back and do a little bit more, maybe after a bit of research, you know, figure out sort of what's what, where things have happened, and yeah, give it another go. So thank you very much for watching my video today, as always, guys. And of course, if you have watched this far and you haven't subscribed, then you might as well subscribe, guys. It's completely free. It's just one button below, and it means every time I go out, you'll get notified. And of course, if you like the video today and you want to support what I do, then just give me a thumbs up as well. That's enough talking. Time to head home. I'll see you all on the very next video.